Okay, I've had a couple requests for people asking me what I do turkey hunting. I'm certainly not an expert, but I've been turkey hunting over 50 years, and I made this tape mainly for my grandchildren who are at this time 3 and 5. I don't know how long I'll be around, and I want to make sure they get some kind of passed down knowledge about turkey hunting. So I made this tape to put on YouTube. One guy asked about my gun. It is an old Wildlife Turkey Federation 1300 Winchester. It's just a standard model. It's got the short barrel on it, but I do have the Strutter Stopper True Glow Extreme choke, and this choke shoots a pattern so tight. I've killed a bird at 90 yards with this. I wouldn't advise that. It was the last day of season many years ago, and I was young and dumb and took a shot, and the turkey dropped like a rock. I usually don't ever shoot over 50 yards. I shot one this year at 40 some yards. You can see that video, pull it up on YouTube. I did modify it a little bit. It's a short barrel. I did put the extreme choke on it. I did buy a True Glow front sight for it, and I took the bead off and put that in. I can't remember the bead thread. I used to know that, but I shot over a lot of birds with my bead, and I just couldn't get on the bead. And I don't need a backslide. I just keep it centered and right on the backside, and it blasts them out to 40 yards easy. So that's my 1300. It's a good gun. It's been around. I don't know how many birds that's killed. It's hard to say. Anyway, that's my gun. I shoot heavy shot, and I shoot the extreme heavy shot. This is the one I shot yesterday. Shot the bird with. It's a heavy shot, 3-inch Magnum, 2-ounce, 5, 6, and 7 shot. These things kick. It's 2 ounces a shot, and it will bruise your arm every time you shoot it. I don't like to shoot it but every 3 or 4 days, but it does the job. I will say it knocks the turkeys. As far as calls, I use a mouth call when they get in close for clucking and purring. Obviously I don't want to have my hands tied up when they're within 80, 90 yards, or if I think they can see me. So I put the calls down and use my mouth call. I use a Preston Pittman Black Diamond. It's a triple reed V-cut. Some people call it it's not a bat wing, it's just a V-cut. And it's pretty raspy. I can kiki on it, and I can even whine on it pretty well. You saw on a shot I put on a bird the other day, I whined right before I shot him. He was strutting, and all I want him to do is stick his head out a little bit, and then I clip it. I never shoot a bird strutting in full strut. They pull their head back in, the feathers protect their head, and you wound them. But I carry a bunch of pot calls. I've had an old call here, an old slate call. I don't even know who makes it, but I carry it, and I use it pretty often, but it's kind of it's not as raspy. And it does the job. I've killed many birds over that. But I got a hold of Chris Walls in West Virginia. I watched a couple of his tapes, and I saw he had recommended Lonnie Sneed's calls. And Sneed's turkey calls in West Virginia, Princeton. I actually went to this man's house and picked up my calls. It's really nice people. 304-425-3021. And this is called Outlaw Hen. Actually, I made a mistake on one of my tapes the other day. I said I called this bird in with the hot hen, and that's this one. Actually, it was this green one. It's some type of glass, and I'm telling you, it's screechy. It's very scratchy. Sometimes I hit a note and I think, oh, I just blew the bird, and they come. They like that scratch. I don't know. And then I've got his hot hen, which is good. I haven't prepared these calls, so out in the woods I'd be. That's pretty much what I use. Shotgun shells, shotgun. Oh, can't forget my old Jake. AVNX, they did it. I've never used one of these decoys till this year. I've always carried, I won't say what brand, but I always had to carry a stupid tail with me all the time. And I'm sick and tired of carrying turkey tails in the woods. Plus, it scares away some birds. This is what they call, I think, a quarter strut. And I'm telling you, if you saw the tape yesterday, 2-year-old, might have been 3-year-old bird came in yesterday. He saw this thing and he was not happy, and he came running to me, and I shot him at like 12 steps. So I like these. I don't even, sometimes I put a hen out, sometimes I don't. But if AVNX is watching this, you can send me a breeder hen. I would appreciate it. But anyway, I hope this helps you guys, and I hope my grandchildren see this someday when I'm gone and they can refer to this and maybe pick up some hints. Big thing is I don't call much. When it's windy like this, I get their attention. Once I get them coming, if they either sound off or I see them coming, I shut down the yelps and stuff, and all I do is cluck and purr. You hear me on a lot of my tapes, I'm just purring to them, and that's a confidence thing, and they'll come in. You don't have to keep busting them in the ears. They know you're there. They know exactly where you are. This bird this morning, and I called in and I submitted a tape, came in right behind me. He came right to where I was sitting. I had some decoys down in front of me. He came right beeline behind me. He knew where I was, so they know. All right, hope this helps. Have a great turkey season. Well, my wife reminded me, she said, you didn't show anything for the mouth call. You did all the other calls. So it's my Preston Pittman Black Diamond. It's well used. I think I've used it 3 or 4 seasons. And I'm not an expert. But it's pretty raspy on the yelp. And perm. That's mouth call. Go show you my 3 tails. The 3 birds I got in the last 6 days. There's yesterday's bird. This was last Sunday. Nice bird. And this is last Saturday, the first day of the season. That's the one I had to chase down and shoot twice, which I haven't shot a bird 2 times in 20 years. But anyway, I'm getting old. You know, actually, I just couldn't run him down. If I'd been 10 years younger, I would have run him down and never shot him again. But I put these on a board. I put 3 nails, 1 below, 1 on the outside. Real simple. A little salt on them, keep the maggots out of them. And I have bazillions of those tails around. My wife throws them out every once in a while because she gets sick and tired. I don't like taking turkey tails to the woods. I get sick and tired of carrying them. I like this. Although some guys are using these fans to have birds come in and hold in front of them. Personally, I don't want to get shot, so I don't put a fan in front of my face and walk around the woods. I feel like it's just dangerous. But anyway, that's my 2 cents worth. I hope my grandchildren enjoy this. Bye-bye.